The Ducks. And how about this? Two short stories by the marvelous, wondrous Raymond Carver. Minimalistic stories as they have been described by critics, but so powerful. I love them, and I include this author among my top 10, 20 favorites. There with John Cheever and his short stories, Bernard Malamud, Flannery O'Connor, and a few of the other modern American writers that I didn't know about just a few years ago. A wonderful, wonderful men and women. So in the first one, The Ducks is sort of an erotic short story. We have dressed, kissed, the woman is taking a bath and then making a pose, and then they pleasure each other. Interesting. And we have the death of a foreman. My spouse just came in with a car and a new oven she bought for some reason. The old one was not good enough, but well, that's really outside the norm. So they want to go to Reno, and not much else happens here except for the death of this 50-year-old foreman that I mentioned. Unexpected. The Ducks come in at the beginning, but otherwise they don't have such an important role, except for giving the title. The next one, how about this? I sympathized with, because with Harry and his friend. They want to move into the wild to a place up north. He's been staying in San Francisco, Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York. But he wants to be in the wild now, which I did some 14 years ago. I moved in a place, in a house near the forest in Rizhnov, 160 kilometers from here, something like that. In a place populated by Native Americans, Native Amerindians, Native Hugoblindians, something, with Manele. How about this? They don't have electricity, they don't have toilet. We had to build a toilet, and it was complicated. Electricity there was, but the forest was just there. We were right at the edge of the forest, alas, with some people, which were not really decent. Instead of enjoying the birds, the silence of the forest, and the wild, if you will, which was so close, we had to suffer the torture of hearing the same song from the back, like doggy style, if you will. That's what the song said. Manele is something primitive and disgusting, over and over and over again, like 60 to 100 times a day. We had to abandon the wild for we're in the city, in the capital, but this is quieter than the edge of that forest, because that's what man does in such places. So in the short story, coming back to it, perhaps I should apologize for the interruption and the side thing, but I'm not, because this is not a professional thing. We're actually testing this. You have a note which is not by a critic and a scholar, but to compensate, you have these guys, which you would not get with a regular academic review, if you will. But you should go for that to learn about themes, about literature, about references. That's what you. This is just a different thing. So they think, what can we do? What should we stay here? Should we go back? And they don't know. She says, you decide, Harry, who is also a writer, an actor, and a musician. He plays the saxophone, if I'm not wrong. And we need to love each other. That's one important aspect there.